Hi, and welcome to part 2 of my Ireland vlog. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed this series, even though it was only 2 parts. But anyways, I wanted to start with Saturday where I left off, where we went to the cliffs of Mohair and the mini cliffs, only because I really appreciated this part of the trip and I really wanted you to see what I'm seeing as well, because it was so beautiful. It was almost magical to me, and I felt so free. I mean, I love nature. Even though I don't go out very often, I love nature so much. Oh my god, the air was so beautiful. Oh, it was so crisp and oceany and fresh. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted you to appreciate it as much as I did. And I did climb all the way to the third, because this is me coming down. I went all the way to like the third cliff. Took me like half an hour, and then I was only there for like 2 minutes, but it was still magical. So this is us on our way to the mini cliffs, and the roads are so narrow. Oh my gosh, like you would pass by a car and you'd be like almost hitting. Actually, at some point we had to stop the buses because they were so close to each other, and then we had to do that maneuver thingy where 2 cars are close to each other. But the mini cliffs were so beautiful. I'm telling, like, the fresh air here was so fresh. It was like breathing in the best oxygen you can. I could feel my lungs expand and become healthier. That's how beautiful it was. And so just watch this water move. And look at my hair. My braids looked so good. Was the right choice. Do you remember we went to this little cafe? I got a hot chocolate, which was real hot chocolate made out of real chocolate. It was bitter. It was not good because I'm used to like sweet ones, but I still appreciated the experience and tasting it. It was nice and smooth. I almost got scammed, but anyways. So this is at the castle of Bunratty. Ooh. We didn't even go in the castle. We went around it because they were like, you have like 30 minutes to do everything. And we were like, there's a little shop, there's a coffee shop, because we were hungry. I was hungry at this point. I needed something to eat. But yeah, and this is us on our way. The whole trip was really beautiful. And then by the castle, there was actually a really nice water, I think river, and it was so pretty. Sunday we went to King's John's Castle, which I think they're renaming Limerick Castle. Had so much fun. I went in the costumes. There was a lot of reading, but the Irish history is very interesting, especially the history of Limerick, and it was a really nice read. Lots they kept their records. They kept their records for sure. For lunch, we had this pasta. We went to this Italian restaurant. Now, the pasta was good. If you see, I ate it all. I ate it. It was good. It wasn't as good as I expected, though. And then for supper, we had pizza because I was still full. We were still full from the lunch. And we had it with tea. I had lots of tea. I drink tea with all of my meals. And then, of course, I went out again. And this band particularly was at Nancy Blake. They were amazing. This singer was so good. Just hear this. But yeah, if you're ever in Limerick, go to Nancy Blake. It was really good. Monday was a big day. I don't remember what we did, but I do remember eating the salmon. One of the best fish salmon meals I've ever had. It was so good. It was like a good mix of savory and like sour, and it was just delicious, honestly. If you ever go to Limerick and you go to the Vincenzo, the restaurant by George Hotel, have this meal. It was good. And then I went out again. Okay, I regret it every morning when I went out. Tuesday was an educational day. We went to the Limerick prison, which was such a cool experience. And then we went to see a company that does, I don't know, like technology and metal for hospitals and whatever. They were really good. Anyways, was interesting. And then Wednesday, another trip to a tech company. Swan, turn around. It's mating season. Look who's in the corner. We went to have supper. This looks good. It was good, but it was like an overload of flavor. But the pasta wasn't good. It was too watery, to be honest. I don't even remember the name of the place. Thursday was Dublin Day. We traveled there and we couldn't check in first because it was too early. So we went and explored the city. Me and my roommate Christina, we just went around and we only went to the museum, the National Museum, the Ireland. And we went in all of it. We saw all the artifacts, the history of the like all the wars and everything. It was so cool. It was so cool. And for lunch I had this chicken thing. Okay, it looks good, but it was too much and then eventually became gross, to be honest. I didn't like it. This is our first time on the tram. I don't know if you spell it that way, but anyways. And then we checked into the hotel. It was a very eccentric hotel. It was good. And then for supper, we had pizza with dessert. Now, was a super cheesy pizza. It looked good. This is supposed to be a margarita. Margarita? No, the alcohol pizza. It did not taste like that. Okay, it did not taste like that. Despite the cheesiness, it had no flavor, and I hated the pizza. I had like 2 slices, and then the everyone who was sitting with me had some. The brownie was pretty good, but the brownie itself was so sweet. So sweet, but the ice cream balanced it out so well because it was barely sweet. Friday was our full last day in Ireland and Dublin at the same time. It was a trip because I had gone out the night before. I forgot to put it in. I had gone out the night before and it was how can I say it? I was so tired I barely had cognitive function. But I went out anyways. I shopped. I helped one of my classmates shop, and then I shopped for myself after in the evening. Grafton Street was beautiful. I would go there again. I saw designer stuff. To be honest, some of the stuff you shouldn't spend money on it. It's a waste of money. But anyway. Then after shopping, we went to the Leprechaun Museum as a group, and it was interesting. I really loved hearing about leprechauns and the facts about leprechauns and all that good stuff. We went out again in the evening to shop, and I was so hungry, okay, because I hadn't had lunch. And then we finally settled on this place. I think it's Greek. And oh my gosh, I was skeptical at first, but it was so good. I think one of the best meals I had. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Hands and toes and feet down. And then Saturday was our travel back, and it was raining in the morning. It was dark. It was relaxing, but it was really nice. And we just spent our last moments together with everyone. Let me tell you, I had tea every single day. I believe I even had tea on this day in the morning. Yes, I did. I did have tea in the morning. for breakfast. I should have packed food, and this is me doing a little fit check and feeling awkward about filming myself. But this was a new outfit I had just gotten on Grafton Street, except for the turtleneck, just the coat and the scarf. I looked fly. I looked like a European for sure. And so this is us taking off. It was good. The in-flight meal was delicious, but I was kind of full. I don't know why. Snack, it was this tomato pastry thing. I really hated it. Of course, I had tea. And then we went and we made our way. This is Toronto. Toronto kind of disappointed me from the up top, to be honest, because as you come into Canada, it's all nice and green. You have hope of a greener land, and then you come to Toronto and they basically destroyed everything. But anyways, it was nice to be home. It was beautiful from up top. I saw Drake's house, as I assumed it was a huge mansion, so I'm assuming it was Drake's house. And yeah, that's it. We're almost home. Bye.
It washed you clean, but left a stain.